Hey guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Submerged Hidden Depths, which is actually a sequel, and no spoiler alert here, but I haven't actually played the first one. What I can say is that I have really enjoyed my time on this game so far, and I will probably end up playing it to completion at some point. As always, we'll go through the options first and then we'll jump straight into the gameplay and I will show you what this game has to offer. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into the options. Alright, the options. I'm actually quite pleased with this. There is a lot of options here. What I will say before we jump straight into it though is that the game isn't that greatly optimized and there is some slight clipping here and there when you're in the game as well. I've had to knock the settings down to like high to stop these like stutters that you get, especially during cutscenes, which is not ideal when you consider that I'm running a fairly high spec machine. Hopefully in time this will be patched out and fixed. But the options you've got your resolution, you've got your mode, whether it's full screen or window borderless, etc. VSync on or off, graphics quality, just your overall preset. Your resolution quality is apparently... There is a reason why all these options are a bit off. It works with the controller, but the controller is incredibly sensitive. So as I was scrolling down, it was changing some settings that I didn't want it to change. So if you are going to be using the menu, I would highly recommend just using your mouse and keyboard. If you're on console, because I'm assuming this is available on console as well, it feels like a console game. Just be aware that you're going to have a bit of a sensitivity issue when you're going through these to change them. You've got your AA, shadows, post-processing, textures, effects and foliage. Post-processing, textures, effects and foliage does go up to ultra. These just go up to high. Again, AA, it would be nice if we had a scale rather than just a low, medium or high. But overall, not bad graphic settings. To confirm. Your visual options. Now this I really like. I really like this. This is a nice little accessibility thing. It's not necessarily a colorblind mode, but you can change from the colors to see which one is going to be easiest for you to spot and easiest for you to discern from other colors within the game. I really like this. I would appreciate more sort of feelings like this in game and stuff. Then you've got, you can hide the heads-up display, brightness, and adjust safe zone as well. Your audio options, honestly, the sound in this game is fantastic, and it does a very good job of using music to tell the story. So, even though it does set the master volume and the music volume at loud, you're going to want it fairly loud anyway, especially if you're using headphones to really delve into it and enjoy the game for what it is trying to do. I am happy to report that it's not overly loud, it's not overpowering, it's just loud enough, but that's by the by. It would be nice if games maybe didn't go full pout all the time, but honestly it's not that bad with this title. Then you've got controller options. Now, you don't have key binding, which is a shame, but you do have a lot of customization which you don't normally get with controller, and I'm really happy that you can change your camera sensitivity, you can change the X and Y sensitivity, you can invert the camera stock, you can have a dead zone and an outer dead zone, which is really nice. You can change the vibration level, and I'm really a big fan of this because oftentimes the vibration can be quite harsh and can actually end up hurting your hands if it goes on for too long. So really impressed with this. And then you can switch on to input, holds to presses, etc. I'm really happy with this. It's a very well thought out menu. And then again the same, you can't really rebind the keys, but you have your options here as well. All in all, a very well thought out menu. The game itself could do with some optimization improvements. Let's jump into the gameplay and see what that has to offer. Okay, so we're in the game, and the first thing that I want to comment on is just how stunningly beautiful everything is, how bright and vibrant, and yet utterly chilling the game is as well. It does a very good job of conveying just how sort of eerie the world is and how bleak it actually is in between this world of very vibrant color. It's something very difficult to do, and yet they've done it so incredibly well. But what is the game? What is it you have to do? You have a number of side objectives, but your main quest is to go around the world and find seeds in different areas to heal the world. You've got this black mass that's coming out of the ground and kind of killing everything. And what it does is it takes the souls of the people that it encounters and leaves just this weird, like, bodied husk, a clone. And you're basically going through and changing this black mass to its normal, lively counterpart. The world is very, very well thought out, and there is a lot to discover. There is a lot of things to collect. There is a lot of things to sort of note down. There are different animals and creatures that you've got to find as well. There are very easy to do but very fun to complete puzzles where you have to basically work out how to get the seed from point A to point B. The very first one you did was up here. And it's interesting because you've got this very post-apocalyptic world, which I'm assuming is carrying on from the first game, but with very pre-apocalyptic sort of areas, i.e. you've got the sort of technology and the electricity and stuff that's all kind of fundamentally intertwined with the game. The parkouring and the general traversal of the world is very, very fun, very enjoyable to do, and again, it's very simple, it's very easy. They're puzzles, but they're not overly challenging. The one thing I would say on this game that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that there is no minimap. You can access the map by pressing B, but there's no minimap as such. You've just got the compass at the top, and I'm no good at finding anything with those compasses here. The legends that you've got are really kind of cool, and once you've been to a place, you can fast travel to it again. So you can go in and find all of the collectibles on the right-hand side over here, look. So there's a flower, you've got 2 more style pieces to find and 2 more diaries. And then in the right-hand side, you've got the overall total of how many there are in the game. So there's plenty of you to find. The boat motion, when I am able to find the boat, it's not bad. It's certainly interesting. It's very smooth when you're rolling around. The water is very, very pretty. Like, everything in this game is very, very pretty. So we've got that there. I like the fact that it shows you where everything is with the telescope as well. That's pretty cool. But again, you can just really appreciate the stunning just beauty of this game and how absolutely incredible it really is. There is no real voice acting in this game. They use a different language and then the subtitles come up on screen, but the voice acting is very good overall. The only thing that I would say is the subtitles are very blocky. They take up a large amount of the screen that really doesn't need to, and they could have used a different style for the background just to make it a bit more seamless. But overall, I am very, very happy with this game. It's stunningly beautiful, and I've really, really enjoyed my time on it so far. Everything works well. They could have better optimization, but that can come with time. I would very, very highly recommend picking this up, and I kind of want to try the first one. I want to play through the first one to get a real sense of the world. But yeah, this is definitely one that is for your radar, guys. The art style and everything is just, it's such a good feeling and a very, very nice game indeed. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.